Welcome back. For many people, the start of a new year brings optimism with a clean slate and resolutions to better ourselves in the future.
Of course, great way to look at things, but it can also be a time to look at the constantly changing world of business and the importance of embracing that change.
Joining us now to discuss the benefits of change and the dangers of resisting it is Mark Lee, President and CEO of the Lee Group. Thanks for being with us.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it. Happy
Glad
New
to
Year.
have you.
Happy New Year
to you too. So we're off to a positive start looking at changes and how we can embrace those. Why is it so important to have that mindset?
You know, if you don't have that mindset of changing into the new year from a business perspective, quite frankly, you're going to get bypassed and your business is going to become irrelevant. You're going to lose business relevancy. And so think back to all the things that happened in 23, even as a consumer, products that you may have consumed that you may not have consumed before. You know, you may have shopped differently. So you start to change personally as well. So from a business standpoint, I have to tell people, if you don't change, you're going to die from a business perspective. If you don't change, the competition will leapfrog you. So now is the perfect time to go back and reassess your business and figure out the things you should be doing differently.
Yeah. You know, we're all using Zoom so regularly now. Everyone knows what that means, but about 4 years ago, we were all freaking out. Like, what is this? We cannot operate this way. How do you think we can get over that initial resistance? Because we don't want to, you know, break our comfort zones.
Yeah, that's exactly right. People are afraid of change. In fact, we talk ourselves out of it. And what you have to do, quite frankly, is continue to educate yourself, embrace change. 2 or 3 years ago, you're right, we didn't know anything about Zoom. Right now, we can't do anything without it. And so I tell people, again, I tell other business owners, if you are resistant to change, just prepare yourself for the fact that you're going to potentially lose money. So embrace it, understand it. You don't have to be an expert. That's the issue. People think you have to become an expert in something. You don't have to. Just get used to using it, get comfortable with it. My kids, years ago, first got me involved in social media for my business. I had no idea what social media was 10 or 15 years ago. I'm now 16 years old from a business standpoint, but they sat down and taught me, and now it's an integral part of me, of my business. If I did not accept their words of wisdom, I would not have changed, and I would not be where I am today.
Yeah.
Wow. I know even recently I've gone to some businesses in maybe smaller towns and they say, oh, we only take cash. We don't have card. What do you mean you only take cash?
Right.
And I know for a lot of businesses and people in general, a lot of times they'll say, well, this is how we've always done things. So this is what we're going to do. How dangerous can that be?
That's very dangerous. I ran into somebody recently, they still don't have a website. I said, why don't you have a website? They said, because I want to have face-to-face interaction. Here's the issue, all right? People want to be able to do business whenever they want to do business. It's now 24/7. So the risk there involved with that, Terrence, if you don't change, for example, the example you just gave, you're going to lose out on additional business opportunities. We are people based on convenience. I don't want to have to go to a brick and mortar from 9 until 5. My schedule doesn't allow for me to do that. So that's another reason why you have to embrace this new technology, embrace change as you think about 2024 and beyond.
So embracing change, being flexible, this is just good advice anytime in life. Specifically in 2024, what are some changes that you think many of us might be faced with?
Ooh, artificial intelligence is going to continue to grow. You and I had an extended conversation about that, quite a few. And here's the risk with artificial intelligence. People think you have to be an expert. Again, you don't have to be an expert. Just understand the basic concept. I recently gave a speech about artificial intelligence in the fourth quarter of last year, and we did a demonstration for business owners. They were blown away by what it could do for your business. And I made the comment to them, I'm not an expert, but what I've done is I've educated myself in that area, and now it's an integral part of my business. So what can you do? It's just continue to educate yourself, try things, don't be afraid. You're going to make mistakes. We learn from our mistakes, but it's never a failure. It's always an opportunity to grow and get better.
Yeah, really encouraging, and love starting the year off on a positive note. This is Mark Lee, President and CEO of the Lee Group. As always, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
And you can always catch Mark every Monday on CBS News Detroit at 7 a.m. with his weekly segment, Strictly Business.